Hey, George. How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
So with the coronavirus thing, I'm doing all these interviews virtually now. So I guess first off, did you know that NASA is planning to send people to the moon in 2024?
I was familiar with it, though I don't know very many of the details about it.
I didn't even know nothing about that. That's interesting.
Okay.
Also that other countries are planning to send their people to the moon before NASA.
I heard about it.
Oh, really? Where from?
Just from you.
Oh, really?
I've read about it, but not like a lot. It was like an article at school.
I was not aware about this until you told me.
Did not.
Nope.
Out of all the people I've interviewed, like 4 of them out of 100. You know, there's a whole bunch of asteroids that have hit the Earth over billions of years, but most of them have ended up in the ocean. A lot of them have burned up in the atmosphere, and we really don't understand like the nature of asteroids hitting the Earth. But these same asteroids have been hitting the moon too, but the moon doesn't have an atmosphere, it doesn't have weather.
Although there will definitely be felt effects from it within 2024. Some of them including like international political power shifts. One of them could be the power shift dynamic between the U.S. and China.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think about it? A good thing, a waste of money? What's your thoughts?
It's a very good thing because we are running low on the space on Earth, so it'll be good to have a space on the space on Moon, so we can go and live there.
If it's just, I'm just going to go to the moon and come back, visit, that's just like, but is it really worth it? Like, you can use that money for something else.
I think space exploration is a really interesting area. Unfortunately, it's also a very expensive area, so it is hard to finance, especially for the government to finance it.
And what do you think about that?
I think that's interesting because since like for more than half a century, it's not really mentioned, and I don't know. I heard there are a lot of like conspiracy theories about why NASA is no longer doing that. So I guess it's interesting to send people back there, and I'm like kind of curious what the motivations are sending people back like all of a sudden.
I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, it's good to, I guess, see what's out there and...
Yeah. I don't know if it's necessarily something that we should be spending government funds on right now.
They was planning something for the 2000s, a big thing for 2000s. Because you know how the coronavirus that the government planted to wipe away half of the humanity because they think the earth is too full of people and they think it's making it crowded and too worse, like bad. So their plan is, the agenda 2030 plan is to wipe, like they go force people at their homes and they building these camps and stuff basically. And they go put us in those camps where they go monitor us.
I think people need to hold moment to moment the awareness that they are a inherently interconnected entity with everything else around them, including the people and the planet and like the air and like the food that they eat, etc. That is all like part of them and that they are everything else.
I think the economy will slow down a little bit, but it will pick up very quickly as soon as once people get a sense that coronavirus has got under control.
There are like certain elements that are needed for like electronic devices and medical equipment and things like that, but they only have been found in a few places on Earth, but they're actually from meteors and they're very expensive. We think that there might be lots of them on the moon, so that's like another thing.
The major factor for me would be safety. But beyond that, I think it would be an interesting thing to at least experience once.
So like if just like avoiding the Earth problems is better than solving Earth problems, then yeah, we can, like, just everybody should just leave the Earth because it's just so bad living here. But if it's going to the space for fun, then it's kind of leaving all these poor people behind.
Would you have any interest in like going into orbit and experiencing?
Yeah, that'd be fun. You would want to? You would want to? Dude, you do everything. You like roller coasters and stuff like that? But
Yeah, no, I've noticed.
Well, thank you so much. Almost at day 100.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. Yeah.